Once upon a time, there was an enterprise which had a help desk. Every day, users from different departments and teams called and emailed the help desk about their requests and issues. The help desk was very efficient in handling the cases and CSAT was excellent. Few users even used the self service portal. One day, the enterprise embarked on a modernization journey. New technologies were introduced and applications became complex, as a result of which many more tickets were created and the support teams had to work even harder. And because of the surge, support teams could not cope up and took longer to resolve the tickets. And because of that, mean time to repair worsened and user satisfaction reduced and the organization's productivity was impacted. Until finally, someone decided to modernize the help desk itself. They decided to assist the users where the users are and focus on collaboration and automation. Does this sound familiar? Let's look at how OpenText SMAX can help. This is Abhishek. I curate information and help enterprises take informed decisions in their IT operations journey. Let's get started. Let's discuss the benefits of using collaboration tools. The number one benefit is higher user engagement due to the seamless experience across all their channels. Less wait times for the user, which means better MTTR because they don't have to wait for agents. Since they don't have to wait for the agents, it means better user productivity, both for the user as well as for the agent. Ultimately, an increase in efficiency with the help of automation. Now, there could be many examples for collaboration, such as MS Teams bot, Slack, Amazon Lex, and WhatsApp. In today's session, we'll look at how WhatsApp can be integrated with SMAX for a scenario. So, this is the design for our use case. There are four components. The first component is user on his WhatsApp. The second part to this is the WhatsApp Cloud API, which is hosted in Meta Cloud. The third component is our interceptor script, which is taking the messages from WhatsApp and forwarding it to SMAX. In our case, this is hosted on AWS Lambda. And finally, SMAX with the integration engine to respond to user requests. So the first step is user initiating the message. The second step is the message being passed to our script. Script will take the phone number and the message and forward it to the integration engine. Integration engine from SMAX will listen to the messages, incoming messages on a webhook, which is called the listener. The listener invokes the appropriate scenario based on the incoming message. The scenario then talks to the ITSM modules such as request, the people modules for user information, and responds appropriately to the WhatsApp Cloud API, which is step number 4. And finally, step number 5, where the user receives his message on his mobile. Now we have three scenarios. The first scenario is greeting the user. Basically, what we are doing is identifying the user from his phone number and giving him a welcoming message. The second use case is the ability to create a new ticket from WhatsApp, of course. And the third use case is to provide information on an existing or an open ticket. It could be to an updated ticket, it could be to provide additional information to the agent. Now let's get started with the demonstration. Now I'll be switching to my WhatsApp. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm opening WhatsApp on my Windows desktop. So I've registered my WhatsApp Business API on the Meta website and saved that number as SMAX Guru as a contact. To start the discussion, let me initiate with a hello. We received a response from SMAX saying, "Hello Abhishek, I am Guru, your interactive virtual assistant. I found two open tickets associated with you and it lists my ticket number and the ticket description or the ticket title. And then it says to open a new ticket, please begin your response with the keyword new followed by a space. To comment on an open ticket, please begin your response with the ticket ID followed by a space." So we received this message. Let's update our existing ticket 51063. Now let's say I don't want the PC phone service for another week because I'm out of town and I want to update the help desk that delay this request by 1 week. And I've posted this message. And as we can see, we receive a response from SMAX saying the ticket is updated with the comments with the greeting, thank you for contacting me. And this is the second use case. Now, lastly, the third use case, wherein we need to create a new ticket with the keyword new. Let's say my desktop is having a problem. So we've posted our new ticket description followed by the keyword new. We got a new ticket from SMAX 69205 with a greeting, thank you for contacting me. Now, these are the three use cases we talked about. With the user's greeting of hello, it is able to identify me with my name, with the phone number that I have registered in the SMAX people profile. It is looking up my tickets which are open in the system and providing a short description or detail for me. And then it is instructing me how to proceed. For the second use case, I wanted to provide an additional information on a ticket. Say I'm in the market or I'm moving out of town and I simply want to update the ticket or provide additional information to the teams. I could start by the ticket ID followed by my comment. And lastly, I want to create a new ticket while I am on the field or I am out of office. I just start my description with the keyword new, and SMAX is able to create the new ticket for us. Now let's look what's happening behind the curtains. Now going back to our architecture for a moment, the user initiated his message from the WhatsApp application. It went to the WhatsApp cloud and it was forwarded to our interceptor script. Let's quickly look at the interceptor script and what it is doing. It is primarily doing two things. Now the way the WhatsApp API works is this. The first time it is invoked, it will send a token. So the if part from our script is handling or the token and respond to that script or respond to that API call with the token value, which is this part. From second time onwards, WhatsApp only sends you the message itself, and that is handled by the else part from our script, which is this. So we are extracting the phone number and text from the incoming event, and we invoke the message send to SMAX, which is this. Now this is the URL and token which we send to SMAX. Rather, this is the webhook URL of SMAX itself, where the messages are delivered with the appropriate token. This is the payload the event is going to be. This is the JSON body. This is the headers, and this is the final post REST API call to the listener itself. And that's what our script is doing. Now let's switch over to SMAX. So we have our SMAX agent interface. From here, we'll go to the integrations endpoints. Now I have the WhatsApp integration endpoint defined. As you can see, these are the logs. This is the message where a new ticket was created for us. The endpoint defines where SMAX will connect. From within the WhatsApp endpoint, if I click configure, I get to see the URL, the Facebook Graph API, the certificate, and the authorization token. This is the endpoint which our SMAX application uses to post messages to WhatsApp Cloud API. Now the endpoint is used in the integration studio or the integration engine in the scenario. Now we have many integration scenarios here. This particular integration is using the WhatsApp endpoint which we just discussed, and it has a listener. This is a webhook URL which our script is calling, and this is the process logic. Now these are the scenarios basis the incoming message which get triggered. The first scenario is primarily detecting the phase. Is it a create ticket new phase? Is it the update an existing ticket phase, or is it the introductory phase where we have to respond to the user via his first name and last name? For that, we need to get the user's first name from the system. This is the integration scenario for the person record in SMAX. Here we are getting the records or the request for this particular person. And finally, we are sending the prepared text to the user or responding to the WhatsApp Cloud API. This is a JSON format which WhatsApp Cloud API expects. And this is a message that we are sending, a response text to send. And if I scroll back for a second and show you how we have formed that text message, if I expand this, you can see we have hello person not name and followed by the text that we want. So engine allows us to talk to SMAX, to iterate through records and to process data, and it goes on. So here we are getting the comment, incoming comment from the user message. Finally, we are adding the message or adding the comment to the ticket via the SMAX internal API, and then sending the update, sending the confirmatory update to the user. As a last scenario, we are creating a new request with the message that the user has sent, which is assigned to a particular group, and sending the confirmation to the user, as you can see from this message. So that's what our integration scenarios do. Now let's look at the ticket that got created, which is this. Let me just search through SMAX. And we have the ticket. So as you would recall, my message was my desktop is flickering. Please look into this. And it got associated to the data center service desk because I had that in my integration engine. It has come from me. It has certain classification. And then the agent can continue to work upon this. You would recall we also updated a ticket. Let's look at that. Again, using the SMAX global search. This is one of my existing open tickets. And let's look at the discussion. So as you would recall, we wanted to send an update or send a comment to the ticket saying we want to delay this service since I was out of town. And that's what we have here with the appropriate categorization as in user to agent, which is a user comment. So we covered the three scenarios and we looked at how WhatsApp can be integrated with SMAX integration engine and the power of the integration engine to support any scenario. Now there are immense possibilities with this use case, or rather with the ability to integrate SMAX with WhatsApp or any collaboration tool. We can have users self-verifying their assets. There is a standard process of asset verification in many organizations which you want the users to initiate or which you want users to accept. So this kind of use case can allow for a better verification of assets uh, connected to where the users would like to do it easily rather than coming on a portal. This kind of use case can be leveraged to register users for an activity, for a new project, or for a new app registration. We can also use this to take feedbacks or surveys from the user, making it simpler for the user to interact with the system. We can also use it to broadcast messages to users. The broadcast could be a global broadcast or selective broadcast on WhatsApp, right? Depending on the organization, severity, or location. Let's quickly recap what we discussed today. We discussed the benefits of collaboration tools, primarily better user engagement, enhanced experience, and higher productivity. We also quickly discussed on the working of SMAX integration engine. We took a deep dive into the WhatsApp scenarios that we built which were create, update, and search or greet the user with the lookup into the ITSM module. Thank you for your time. Hope you like the session. Have a great day ahead.